For the longest time, I've always wanted to start this project, but I've always thought of what the right time would be. Interestingly, I think like this is like a 5-year wait. 5 years ago, before I got into college, I thought about the idea of creating content, YouTube content actually. I did a few things on YouTube, which was majorly around video games. Eventually, I decided to go in on other projects. Some of them most of them actually did involve video games. So it took me about 7-8 years to get into college. So before college, I've had like a small experience of like life outside the institution. So I just finished high school and I didn't get admission like quite early, so it took a while. So within that time, I made some friends, really good friends, really great friends, and they helped me experience life in a different angle. Coming into college, I was coming in with some kind of experience, but definitely no college experience. Now I came into college and seeing people who saw life differently and had different objectives from what it is I had or even still have, it made me understand that there is no one size fits all rule to living. Like that will go without saying, because you'd be like, I mean, obviously there are many ways you could live life and still find fulfillment. It's just that coming to school, the whole idea was you're here to get educated, to have a fine experience of what life in school would be. Now the resources being limited here sort of like made that a bit, we had to improvise. Everybody had to improvise on things that they would enjoy. But it was also one of the things that made me understand that regardless of where you are, you can find the opportunities if you want to. I don't know if you could see the background, but there's a lot of greenery with background. So I had to adjust a whole lot, coming from the city and then coming to a place that turned out to initially was a farmer settlement, and just having to adapt. That was one interesting learning curve that I would say I actually did enjoy. Eventually, I got to make friends. I got to see life from different perspectives. I got to see people with different backgrounds come together and still have like a common ground. This was something that I particularly enjoyed. Now, I would not say I had made the best of my college experience, particularly with my academics. And I know my mom could be seeing this video and she would wonder like, what exactly were you then up to? Well, mommy, this is me doing YouTube. Anyways, I haven't particularly made like the most of my college experience, particularly with the academics. However, I have also still found a way to do the things that I considered interesting. Now, I have been all over the place for the past 3.5 years, I would say. Currently, I'm 2 weeks away from my final exams and maybe like a month away, or what I would estimate to be like 2 months away roughly from my graduation, I would say. This has got me thinking as to, in 3.5 years, what exactly have I been up to? And 3 years into the future, what exactly do I want to be up to? So we have this thing that's called like the FYB. I think it's called Final Year Brethren, something like that, where it's an emphasis on like a summary of your personality. We had like a personality of the day, where you sort of like you spoke about like things you enjoyed, things you look forward to, and there was also an interesting part in that, which was, if not your course of study in school, what exactly would you then be doing? And everybody had interesting answers. I, for one, have always fancied myself a writer. I sort of like just imagined if I wasn't studying cybersecurity in school and I was somewhere out in the world, what would I be doing? And that would most likely be writing. However, I thought about the answer after the whole FYB event experience, and I didn't just want to keep it limited to just writing. I want to contribute to the world in many other ways. I wouldn't necessarily say much bigger ways. I would just say many other ways, because I consider myself to be capable of a lot more. Even if writing could be considered like a strong suit, I still want to be able to do more things outside just writing. And that would also explain why I am doing this video, which is essentially to sort of record my thoughts, document my processes, and just contribute in one way or the other something to what I consider the human society. Now, where this leaves me in my current journey is, right now I'm focused on completing college, university, and then obviously the next line of action would then be to go serve the country. Now I do not know precisely if that is like still in the books for me. My parents would want me to just like get that out of the way, especially since I'm just like nearly out of the university. But in my mind, I think I still want to like do a bit of exploration and not give away 1 year. But looking at the numbers, I think I just might go do my service and then use that as some sort of leverage to get into what I'm into, because I've always known that if you have leverage, you should always use leverage. Don't go around playing, well, I want difficulty mode and I want to play life on difficulty mode. Believe me, now you could find out that you are a lot resilient than you are, but believe me, time and life, if you have leverage, believe me, you always want to use leverage. Yes, maybe I could use that as leverage, and then whatever leverage that comes into my life at any point in time, I'm simply just going to use it. And essentially what I want to build is I want to build systems and processes and communities that contributes in different sectors to not just my local community, but I would say the human community, the world community as a whole. And some of this would include tech, because I am really invested in tech. I'm studying cybersecurity. Art as well, that would also like explain my writing. And then finances. Finance is like the fuel of the world. Like if you can't finance anything, you would have very limited options and very limited control over the options you don't even already have. This would essentially like envelope the scope of what this project would be, this video project, which would be art, tech, and then finance. Now over time, I'm sure like things would evolve, and I would have to like some changes from time to time, and maybe like talk about different things too from time to time. However, this is me, here is my introduction, and I hope to be able to see you at some other date. Until next time, be safe.